I want to quickly talk to you about Tribe versus Mighty Networks. So basically, if you think about Tribe nowadays, it's called Better Mode, but it used to be called Tribe back in the days. And I want to compare those two platforms, so Mighty Networks and Tribe, now called Better Mode. So when we talk about those two platforms, we are actually speaking about online community platforms. Okay, so this is the kind of space you want to have if you are a course instructor, if you are a mentor, if you are a coach, if you are a mastermind group organizer, if you are some kind of a person who wants to sell his or her craft online, it's important to have the right community platform. Okay, so basically, an online community platform actually allows you to do a lot of things. It's basically a software solution, a SaaS business model that gives you as a creator powerful tools to build online communities, not just one. You can build several under the same brand, actually. And an online community platform actually allows you to design actually wonderful community spaces for a group of people around a theme, topic, or idea. So you can actually categorize your online community around a niche, or you can do so around a theme, a topic, whatever works for you, whatever you want to really sort of target in terms of value added service. Okay, so one thing I want to say here is that back in the days, like 5 or 10 years ago, a lot of folks used to go around Discord or Facebook groups if they're interested in joining an online community. But over the last 10 years, especially during COVID, like 5 years ago, a new, I would say, a new variety, a new type of platform or software providers has come up, from Disco to Mighty Networks to Circle. Okay, and those SaaS business model are really great because there are white label platforms that allow you to actually have a community, but also be able to monetize that community through by actually getting access to that community, or charging for things like events, courses, live streaming, and so on and so forth. So now that I explained to you what an online community platform is, let's talk about Better Mode versus Mighty Networks, what they are, and what's the nature of their services. Okay, so let's first talk about Better Mode. So Better Mode, formerly known as Tribe, is a white label community platform for businesses, not for individuals, not for sole proprietorships. They are focusing more on businesses. It doesn't matter if you're a small business or a large enterprise. As long as you're a business, Better Mode can really help you. So this is kind of important. So Better Mode primarily works as a community solution for like corporations instead of entrepreneurs and small businesses, especially micro businesses. So even if you're a small business, you got to have a certain size for you to see what kind of solutions Better Mode has for you. Okay, but on a Better Mode community platform, your members can use Better Mode to ask questions, start discussions, share content, participate in polls, and more on both on the company's website and their own native mobile apps. So that's for Better Mode, formerly known as Tribe. What about Mighty Networks? So Mighty Networks actually is a holistic platform that allows you to actually like you have a platform that brings together commerce, content, courses, and communities. So you're able to monetize at various levels. Okay, and the cool thing about Mighty Networks is that it's not a platform specifically for companies. No, if you are a coach, if you are a creator, if you are a single member LLC, if you're a single member person, a business, if you're a one person business, you can still use Mighty Networks to build online communities. Okay, and on top of that, you can also do so if you want under your own brand and domain name. Okay, and but they sell that service through the Mighty Pro sort of tier. It's not available on the Mighty Networks tier, but Mighty Pro tier. And with Mighty Networks, you can actually mix in live streaming, live events, messaging and chat, discussion forums, written and video content, Q&As, member profiles, and more. So that's kind of important to really think about it from that point of view. So if you think about better modes versus Mighty Networks, what kind of judgment criteria should you really put in place if you want to compare and contrast those two platforms? Okay, well, you don't have a lot, but because you don't have a lot because those two platforms have different niches. One is for B2B, and the other one is for B2C. Okay, and also B2B. So you have customization and features. Those are what I call one judgment criterion. You have monetization options, and you have mobile app experiences. So when I say customization and features, I'm talking about a lot of things. Let's first talk about customization. So basically, if you want to really monetize, if you want to bring your brand into your community, you have to be able to customize. Okay, so the two platforms, Better Mode and Mighty Networks, they have a pre-built powerful features and tools for creators like you and me to manage and customize their online community spaces. And when you have a wide range of options at your disposal, you can create many different ways to share information, connect your members together, and more, right? And other features that you might value are the ability to create an online course, paid membership, polls, Q&As, member profiles, and recorded and live video. So something to really think about. What about monetization? So monetization is important because anytime you're building an online community, you got to really think about scaling your business. And to scale your business, you got to have the resources to scale your business. Money has to come in. If money is not coming in, you can't really scale your business. And your ability to scale your business is because you want to make sure that you are giving access to a larger number of users. You're giving access to your services, but also you want to have the back office to actually support your business. So it's important, and I will tell you exactly which one is better when it comes to monetization options. And when we talk about monetization, I'm not just speaking about membership dues. I'm talking about other stuff like you can sell courses, you can sell live events, you can sell a lot of things. You can sell mastermind groups, you can sell events also, and also the mobile app experience. That will be another judgment criterion that I'm going to use into this conversation to compare and contrast Better Mode to Mighty Networks. So let's first talk about the customization and features criteria. So I want you to look on the screen here. Here is how things look like if you were to compare Mighty Networks to a Tribe, now known as Better Mode. Okay, so in terms of paid memberships, you can see that right now Tribe doesn't have that feature. They're working on it, but they don't have it at this point as of the date of this show. You have the possibility to have your custom domain on both platforms, so that's pretty good. And in terms of community analytics, you don't have as sophisticated, let's say, a service on Tribe than you do on Mighty Network. And same thing for online courses. But cool thing is that both platforms have a website builder that's pretty great. Okay, so one thing for sure, bottom line is if you build an online community on Better Mode, you will have a wide range of options for customizing how your community looks like and feels. The brand emphasizes the importance of building a white label solution. Actually, like for creators like you, okay, that actually adapts to your needs. And a key aspect of Better Mode actually is their feature spaces, which allows you to utilize flexible containers actually to structure your community. And your community, that's a good thing. Your community can utilize a custom domain, okay, and you'll have access to analytics, moderation tools, and a reliable search bar. So that's pretty good. And now the features that are being worked on, but not included yet, our interactive discussion apps, Google Analytics, and more. So that's pretty good. Now you have Mighty Networks. So Mighty Networks actually has a lot of offers too when it comes to monetization. Okay, this is an important element to really think. I mean, not monetization, customization and features actually. So you can create online courses. You can have paid memberships. Okay, and that's kind of cool. You also have other tools such as other features, such as anyone in the community can create posts on discussion boards. You have live events with RSVPs, live streaming, and or one-click Zoom integration. You can post live and recorded videos, images, and audio clips. You can have spaces, member profiles, and paid memberships. You can create polls, quizzes, and surveys. And you can utilize an activity feed feature that actually makes the whole thing easy for members to keep track of all the awesome content, okay, that you're providing. So now let's talk about monetization. So you can see that when it comes to monetization, this is an area where Better Mode is not really actually living up to its expectations, okay? Because Mighty Networks is actually the best platform in this department. Maybe because of the way Better Mode is built. Because Better Mode is primarily built around B2B audiences, okay? So they're making their money elsewhere because they're charging a lot when it comes to subscription fees already. They're charging companies a lot of cash, so those companies don't need to actually sell paid memberships, monthly subscriptions, to have a gated content, or to have paid virtual events, or even charge over $1,000 for courses. Okay, so we have a different setup actually. That's why, as you can see on the screen here in the snapshot, in the screenshot, that Mighty Networks has all the pluses, and Tribe, now known as Better Mode, has all the minuses. That's because it's a different setup. Okay, so that's an important element to think about. And one thing I want to say here is that basically, if you want to get all those, if you want, let's say you want to monetize your community through Better Mode, you need to really rely on third-party integrations, third-party plugins that you can get through Zapier or through an API. Okay, there is not a way to natively charge for subscriptions or memberships actually on Better Mode. Okay, so this is important. And one thing I also want to say here is that basically, if you go to Mighty Networks, you will see that you have more options. Okay, and you have all those options natively. There's no need to download a third-party app. No, you have the possibility to actually make money from your craft, from your community, actually natively through Mighty Networks. And the cool thing also is that you can charge in more than 135 currencies. Can you imagine that? So if you have let's say if you have a global audience, for instance, you can charge in international currencies actually. So this is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view, because it just means that you're able to empower your customers to actually pay you in their local currencies. So if you think about Mighty Networks versus Better Mode in terms of availability, you have to really understand here also is that you have to understand that Mighty Networks wins in this department too. Because in terms of mobile app support, white label app creation, iOS support, and Android support, basically Mighty Networks wins big time. Okay, again, it's just because Mighty Networks actually, it's just because Better Mode has a different setup. Okay, so basically the app doesn't really care about having white label app creation, for instance. Something that you can get through Mighty Networks. Okay. Now the white label app creation, you don't get it through Mighty Networks. You get it through a sister company within the Mighty umbrella called Mighty Pro. Okay, that's how you get access to. It's a premium service. They charge more, but they'll do everything for you. Okay, they get everything done for you. That's pretty good. And one thing I want to say here is that bottom line here is that Mighty Networks, there are simply more ways to make your online community and business available, thanks to the platform being available across the web, iOS, and Android devices, and also through tablets also. Okay, so that's kind of it's a very important to understand that if you have a business, the business has to be at least small business or at least a small or mid-sized business. Okay, and when you have such a business, your needs are a little different. You don't need to have to give access to your members actually through apps, iOS or Android, because people most likely are accessing the Better Mode platform through work servers. Okay, so that's something to really think about. So in conclusion, which one should you recommend to you, Better Mode or Mighty Networks? Now the answer to that question depends on the kind of setup that you want, right? The kind of setup that you want to have. One thing for sure, Better Mode is more expensive than Mighty Networks. So Better Mode has a different audience. Better Mode is for small, at least small to medium-sized businesses, all the way to larger corporations. So if you have a small, a micro business, or you have a one-person business, don't go with Better Mode. It's not built for you. It doesn't have the capabilities you need to actually scale. Okay, but if you are a one-person business or a small business or micro business or whatever, you can really avail yourself a lot from what Mighty Networks is actually offering actually. And the company has been around for nearly 10 years now, so that tells you about a proven track record. Okay, so if you want to really build an online community around your business, you want to host virtual events, or you want to do live streaming, you want to build, you want to have online courses, you want to sell memberships, all that kind of stuff. You want to have more flexibility, regardless of your size, regardless of your company's size. You are actually better off anyway with Mighty Networks than with Better Mode. Okay, but Better Mode does have a few important things that work in its favor too. That's the structure. That's the spaces feature. Okay, the categorization, the ability to actually gate wall all your content. That's important. And in terms of safety and security, those two are pretty strong too. Better Mode is even stronger because their security protocols are actually geared towards mid-sized companies and large enterprises. So that's pretty good, especially if you are in a niche where data safety, data security are really critical, and you want to safeguard your users' information. Better Mode could be the solution for you. But see, with Better Mode, the thing is that you gotta have what I call critical mass. You gotta have a specific minimum size to actually get in, or at least to be able to use their features I would say optimally. So as a recap into this conversation, I spoke to you about Better Mode versus Mighty Networks. I actually judged the two through various categories. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.